Chapter 1. The Inheritance. Elise Winters never knew her great-aunt Agatha. Her family rarely spoke of her, only offering occasional mutters about a strange woman who lived alone in the countryside. So when the letter arrived, typed on thick parchment and sealed in wax, Elise was more annoyed than curious. "You have inherited the property of Agatha Morwenna, located at 47 Black Hollow Road." Elise considered ignoring it, but something about the name, Black Hollow, stuck in her mind. She'd been stuck in a loop of city life, endless deadlines, a crumbling relationship, and the constant hum of anxiety. A weekend in the countryside to inspect the house might be a welcome escape. She drove out on Friday afternoon. The road narrowed as trees leaned inward, their branches clawing at the car like skeletal fingers. Fog blanketed the edges of the forest. Her GPS stopped working 2 miles before the destination. She arrived at dusk. The house was enormous. Victorian. Withering. Vines strangled its pillars, and cracked windows stared blankly at the world. The front door groaned open on its own. Elise stepped inside, and the door slammed shut behind her. Chapter 2. The Whispering Walls. The air inside was thick with dust and decay. The floor creaked under her boots. Wallpaper peeled like old scabs. The scent was something between mildew and copper. As she explored, she noticed something odd: the mirrors. They were everywhere. Some large, stretching floor to ceiling, others pocket-sized, framed in tarnished silver. All dusty, but none broken. That night, she found Agatha's bedroom. On the dresser lay a diary. "Do not trust the mirror in the study," one entry read. "It sees more than your reflection." Elise laughed it off as old superstition. But the next morning, when she looked into that very mirror, the woman staring back wasn't her. Not entirely. Chapter 3. Black Hollow's Secrets. Curious, Elise ventured into the village. It was small and quiet. The locals stared. She introduced herself at the bakery. The baker, a hunched woman with watery eyes, dropped her tray when she heard the name Morwenna. "Burn it," the woman said. "Don't stay. Don't sleep there." Others were the same. A priest crossed himself. A child cried when Elise mentioned the house. Only the bartender, a scarred man named Rowan, dared speak to her fully. "The house was cursed when Agatha came," he said. "Your aunt wasn't always alone. People went missing. No bodies. No signs. Just gone." Elise left with more questions than answers. Chapter 4. The Mirror. She returned to the house at nightfall. Thunder rolled across the hills. She went to the study. The mirror there was tall, surrounded by intricate carvings, symbols she didn't recognize. When she stepped in front of it, the reflection flickered. For a moment, the room behind her was full of shadows. She turned. Nothing. The diary was back in her hand. She didn't remember picking it up. The mirror feeds on memory. It shows what you fear and hides what you forget. Then came the voice. "Elise." Soft. Breathless. From the mirror. She backed away. Chapter 5. Night Terrors. That night, her dreams twisted into nightmares. She wandered the house, its halls longer than they should be. Doors opened into voids. The walls wept blood. Mirrors showed her dying, again and again, in ways that grew more grotesque with each image. She woke with scratches on her arms. And the mirror at the foot of her bed had moved. It hadn't been there before. Chapter 6. The Other Elise. The next day, Elise tried to leave. Her car wouldn't start. Her phone was dead. The trees along the road seemed thicker, closer, like they had moved overnight. Back inside, she caught a glimpse of her reflection again. The woman in the mirror smiled. Elise wasn't smiling. The mirror Elise reached toward the glass. And something cracked, not the mirror, but inside Elise's mind. She locked the door to the study. But mirrors were everywhere. She tried covering them. They uncovered themselves. Chapter 7. The Basement. A hidden door behind a bookshelf led her to the basement. Down there, she found a circle of broken mirrors and candles long since burned out. Symbols scrawled in what looked like dried blood covered the floor. In the center, a broken necklace, with her name engraved on the locket. But she'd never been here before. Had she? A whisper echoed. "Finish the ritual." Chapter 8. Agatha's Truth. The diary continued. "I thought I could control it. The mirror only needed reflections. But it began taking more. It took him, my husband, then my daughter." Elise flipped the page. "It's hungry. It remembers. It wants her again." A pressed flower fell from the page. Elise recognized it. The same type growing outside her childhood home. She wasn't just a distant niece. She was the daughter. Chapter 9. The Final Reflection. Thunder crashed as Elise smashed the mirror in the study. But instead of shattering, it absorbed the blow. Her reflection laughed, eyes black. You can't break what holds you. The lights flickered. The walls pulsed. She ran to the basement, lit the candles, repeated the phrases from Agatha's notes. The mirrors screamed. A wind howled from nowhere. Then silence. Chapter 10. The House Remembers. She woke outside, the morning sun cutting through fog. The house stood silent. She drove away, not looking back. Months passed. In the city, Elise avoided mirrors. But one night, in a restaurant bathroom, she saw her reflection blink out of sync. It smiled and whispered, "You came home."